I am Yeri that I want to remain anonymous because I posted some controversial materials online and woke activists are hunting me that I have to constantly change my identity. Even though this movie is not controversial, that I invite you to watch an interesting case from Poland.
I recently received information in the forest surrounding the small settlement of Evelyn, finding strange signs and incomprehensible inscriptions.
Eveline. This tiny settlement located several dozen kilometers south of Warsaw. I learned from the inhabitants of the settlement that Mr. Ladislaw, who had recently died, was interested in the matter. The only information I can get is from the widow Mrs. Juliana. I was shown her house and she welcomed me hospitably. But to say, she couldn't do any more. She only said that it was some strange shrine, with incomprehensible and subtitles. No one knew what it was or where it came from. And she showed me 2 photos that I had copied. The photos were taken by her late husband, and that's somewhere behind the road, along the forest path to Ulina. I was supposed to head south from the intersection with the wooden cross. I managed to find this intersection quite easily, but the problems started only here. Some tree, apparently an oak, and a huge forest.
I only knew that it was near the road, so I limited my search there, a forest track towards Evelyn to the south.
I started the search using my drone equipped with special equipment to detect anomalies. We move west and look for a way to the left. I don't know how many there will be, probably not many. We are slowly moving forward. No, that's not a tree. Here the landscape is changing, some young forest. Some pits. What is this? We reached some swamp, so this road is blind. We have another road nearby. Let's try to get further. We reached a bridge and I see a stream here. Mrs. Juliana didn't mention any stream, so I don't know whether to go further. There are some similar trees, but this is not the one. I am also looking for the pulpit that the widow mentioned. No, that's not it. And these are some old war trenches. There are a lot of them. This one is even filled with water, but we are not interested in that. Mrs. Juliana did not mention the trenches of wars. Let's move on. Turned towards the south, I can even see the pulpit. So you need to research carefully. you have to try on the photo? Well, I don't clearly see 3 parallel branches in the photo. There are none here. Anyway, the tree in the photo is thicker. No. Besides, there is no chapel. That was some time ago. We need to analyze what information can be extracted from this photo. Managed to get a close-up of this one. Shrines. There are indeed no Christian attributes here. As usual in chapels in Poland, there is a strange cross. Inscription March 16th, 1244, Depoths, Montska. 750 years. The inscription is in French.
It's an interesting puzzle indeed. Shrine. It is difficult to call it a shrine because the Cathars did not use such attributes at all.
Who commemorates the Depoths in Poland? Maybe it's not the tree, so we keep looking. And Mrs. Juliana mentioned something about a cut-down forest. I'm walking and I see a cut-down forest in the distance. Very good, but if you notice this tree, it may no longer be there. This is a tough one. It's hard to find. We will try to send our drone to look from above. Maybe it will see something. Besides, the information concerns signs and there is only one chapel. So apart from the shrine there are probably some other things. It's hard to say. You can't see anything. You can't really see anything. We'll go back to the forest and keep looking.
We obtained the following information from the decoded photo. Someone commemorated the Cathars. There are not many roads to the south, and especially at the pulpit. There was a tree at the pulpit, but it didn't fit. It is worth saying a few words about the Cathars.
Represented a dualistic religious movement, assuming that the material world is ruled by an evil god and the spiritual world by a good god. The Cathari doctrine caused a sharp conflict with the Catholic Church, who decided to treat them as heretics and fight them with crusades. The main seats of the Cathars were Languedoc in southern France and Lombardy in northern Italy. The Cathars denied the incarnation of Christ. They rejected everything material. In the 12th and 13th centuries, the Cathar movement, he attracted a lot of people. His coming seemed very attractive. Poverty, mercy, kindness. This was a unique contrast to the silent Catholic clergy of the time. The role models were the so-called perfect ones, i.e. those who led the Cathari movement. They were guides and teachers. They led a very modest and poor life. They perfected themselves in fasting. They rejected all material goods. They did not recognize baptism or other church sacraments. We keep searching. So the drone stopped and turned right. He spotted something. We will try to follow in his footsteps. What is this? Some strange pole on a stump. There is some writing there. And this is what we have on this side, 1244. Then we know what it is. Montska. And the matter is clear. Year of the fall of the fortress of Montska in Languedoc. The end of the Cathars. But why such a strange place? It's actually a bit of a gnawed stump. And then we see a stone and look for signs. We are looking for a shrine. We are looking for signs, but apart from this inscription, we have not found anything yet.
To sum up, we didn't find the sign, but we did find something strange related to Cathars, inscription on this object. So one thing is certain, we are at a good place in the region.
You should keep looking. We've already done quite a few kilometers making our way through these forests. And nothing. The area is limited. Let's see some pit here. Let's take a closer look. Maybe we'll find something here. There is a young forest here. I don't know. I guess we won't find anything here. All in all, you have to search this area. It's not far. A few hundred meters from the road, that's what I concluded from the conversation with Mrs. Juliana. What else can we hit? Another war trench? What is it about? Something blue. I see a Qatari cross on some object. On the edge of a young forest. We look to see if there is anything more. Let's check out this strange object again. Rotten board. Let's try to see what's inside. Empty. What could it be? We move on. We keep looking. Lots of berries here. What's the road? I see something flashing blue there. Let's come closer. Yes, I see stones. There is something blue. There is a Qatari cross on the stone again this time. There are 3 stones. Oh, here's what's on this stone: 1779.38. Interesting. It's definitely not the year. It wouldn't fit anywhere anyway. This will have to be explained. 3 stones that still intrigue me is 1779. 3 stones, one has nothing. At the extremes one has a cross. And the other this strange number. Completely unrelated to. From Languedoc, Cathars. So we will try to survey the area from the air again. Perhaps we will be able to find something in this other porba? Cleared forest. I'm already losing hope. Nothing visible yet. Between one old forest and another. We'll scan the area and maybe we'll find something. The drone is rotating. Has it detected something? Goes down. He had to see something. Yes, there is something there. We go lower. This reminds me of Stella. Some sign. Yes, I can see it clearly now. This is a Qatari cross. Or at least somehow related to from the Cathars. I decided to go there and see what it was. Where is it? Where is it? This is the edge of the old forest. But it was near some hill and some sand. This is clearly a slope. Montska. It is located on a high mountain. There is no mountain here, but there is a hill. Some symbolism was retained, but of course in certain proportions. Yes, there is sand here too. On the right, on the left. It's here. Yes, it is a wooden stela. Yes, it is a Cathar cross and the inscription March 16th, 1244.
This stela commemorates the day of the fall of Montségur Fortress in Languedoc. After Montségur's 10-month siege, they were forced to surrender. All those who did not want to renounce their faith voluntarily, they ascended to the stake, and they were burned, 230 of them. This happened on March 16, 1244.
The drone has caught something again and is descending, this time with the old forest in the background. We went quite low. Moves forward, but it is done very carefully, you know. A lot of branches. But it must be something. Relatively close to the place where we found the mysterious box. Clearly there is something young oak here. But it doesn't match this photo at all. Although they did not build any chapel cathars, someone here commemorates them this way. What the drone saw us. I stare at the picture and see nothing. It's slowly turning. It must be something. There is something black. There is a sign. We have to get there. It's a tough one. We are. There is a plague nailed to it. Probably metal. This is how the symbolic Qatari cross is 780 years old. March 16th, 1244. Here you can even see that it is some 150 meters away from the wooden stela.
To sum up, we actually found some Qatari signs in this forest in supposedly Catholic Poland. Someone commemorates the Cathars and not from today. From the photos obtained from Mrs. Juliana, we concluded that the chapel had been founded 1994 on the 750th anniversary the Monsiger. However, these blue signs have been around for a short time.
After returning home, the mysterious number 177938 haunted me. This mysterious number? I started the analysis. I thought it might be the distance. I started counting the kilometers. From Warsaw to Paris. Paris to Carcassonne. And to the castle of Monska. However, the result was completely different. And suddenly it dawned on me. Using Google Maps, I measured the straight line distance between the fortress of Monska and Qatari character Z. And what came out? 1779.45. 7 meters. All clear. 1779.38 is the straight line distance between the station castle and the mysterious signs under Ulina in Poland. Very interesting.